As I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And they are off as I go ahead and take care of this bot. Ladies and gentlemen, San Diego, Los Angeles. That weird tag that I'm not even aware of. We're getting started here, ladies and gentlemen. Double kickoff here for Pulse. This comes back down. Onset trying to pass this middle. Bry cuts that off. K-Gem sends this downfield. Daniel's waiting for it. Daniel could take this off the backboard instead of Luna. Set this down, but Onset's there for it. Bry cuts that off. As Bry sets this down midfield. Daniel's there for it. Brings it up to the wall. K-Gem's going to pop this out midfield. Jose's there for it. Good 50 there for K-Gem to keep that off. As K-Gem sets this back for Bry. Onset's there for the 50. Luna tries to shoot this midfield. Instead, Jose's going to cut that off. Back to the right wall. Onset. He's going to cut that play out. Go in midfield. He does get bumped in the process. Bry does get a touch. Not a very great one, though. As Luna gets 50, and K-Gem takes it to his corner. Bry looks like he had an open shot there, but not quite on target. As Onset, he's going to send this over to the sidewall. Luna does try to cut this off. Jose, off the wall, can't get a second touch. K-Gem back to midfield. Daniel gets this around one. Daniel looking to get around another. He can't. Instead, Bry is going to cut that off. I agree, JDS. I agree very heavily. As Bry, he's going to try and cut this midfield. Oh, it gets around Jose. Look like open net, and Luna will get the first goal here for San Diego. Looks like a complete miss here on the back line from Jose and Onset. And Luna is just going to take the open net. Already 1-0 in favor of San Diego as we keep moving. K-Gem taking his time on back wall here, waiting for Onset to cheat up a little bit more. Does get it around Onset. Now waiting for Daniel. Daniel cuts back. Accidentally sends this high. Jose, he's going to have to read this. He does. Daniel back to midfield. Looks like it's an open net opportunity here. Is it on target, though? It's not. Onset tries to pass this back midfield. Said K-Gem, he's going to cut that off. Takes a 50 with Daniel. Back to midfield. Luna. He's going to send this midfield. Jose's there. Onset does take a 50 with Bry. Bry gets the better of that challenge. Jose, he's going to bone this out. Onset does get a touch, but K-Gem's there to intercept. Jose does get this around K-Gem. Bry tries to press down. It does end up getting around him. Luna pops this up, takes this all the way to right wall. Tries to pinch, but he can't quite get that. Onset, he takes a reset, coming back down. Takes a musty. Tried to follow that up a little bit more, but he can't. And a good save there from Bry to stop Jose. Looks like it's a Rule 1. Rule 1 at net here between K-Gem and Jose. It's a 2v2, ladies and gentlemen. Bry and Luna versus Onset and Daniel. And Onset looking to end that right there, but he can't. Instead, Daniel, he's going to take it off sidewall. Luna's there to cut that off. Luna looking to try and catch Onset a little off guard. Not quite able to. Gets a demo instead. It's still back up midfield. Daniel takes his time, but does end up getting the boom out. Now Onset, he gets to clear out. Bry's there. Onset sends us back on net. Bry's there for the save. As Luna passes this midfield. Does he have anybody? No. Bry kind of turns back from that. Onset does get a bump onto Luna. Daniel has a shot. And unfortunately, it's off bar and out. But Onset, he follows up and saved by Luna. Bry sends this to the sidewall. Onset takes this away from him. Onset looking for to flick midfield. Instead, Luna's there to cut that off. Luna takes this up wall. Hits ceiling. Tries to keep following this up. He has nothing to work with, though. Past this midfield. Daniel, he's going to take over. Bry, good 50. As this is going to go left wall. Good 50 there. In a 2v1 situation here, a little bit awkward for Daniel. He passes out to Onset. Onset gets a boom out. It's a one-on-one opportunity here for Daniel. Does he get around Luna? He does not. Good save there from Luna. Onset looking to try and pass this back down to Daniel. Instead, K-Gem in a Rule 1 is going to cut that off. Bry sends this up right wall. Looks to try and get a ground pinch down. Instead, he gets a 50. Daniel actually passes midfield to Luna. Luna has a double tap opportunity. He misses. Onset gets a clear out. And a good 50 there between Bri and Daniel. Now 30 seconds left. This Rule 1 has been going pretty much the entire game. Nobody has scored. And Luna uses KGM to try and clear this out midfield. Daniel fakes the flick. It said Luna. He had a wide open net to shoot at, but not quite enough speed. Onset gets there. Onset sends this middle. Looks like both committed, but they do get the save regardless. As Daniel looks to try and pass this middle to himself. Does Daniel shoot? He can't. Onset, he's off target. Daniel, he has to follow up, but Bri, he's going to cut that off. And San Diego hold on through the Rule 1 to win with a 1-0 victory. What just happened? It looks like Jose and KJ were just caught in a Rule 1 for the majority of the game. It was a 2v2, and neither team could score on each other. And it ends with San Diego holding on to that 1-0 lead they had at the beginning of the game. And we'll head into game 2. I don't know what happened either, guys. I have no idea. I have no clue. As I, while you do that, try to ban this bot. Never mind, we are in. I guess this bot will stay there. Just do not click on his link. His bullshit link. As we will head now into game number 2. I think we're just waiting on one player from Pulse, and here we are. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get started. Currently 1-0 in favor of San Diego. As Daniel, he gets a free kickoff here, but KGM, he's there to cut that off. KGM does get this over Onset. Does get bumped in the process, though. Jose, back to midfield, pass to Onset. Onset, he gets a goal off of that. Looks like no one in San Diego was ready for that shot. And Onset will give Pulse their first goal of the series. Just gets us right behind KGM. Bry's not ready for it. And we're going to continue on. 10 seconds into game number 2, mind you. And we're going to keep moving. Onset. That sends us out the left wall. Does get it around Luna. Bri. He's going to turn around past midfield to KGM. KGM doesn't turn for it, though. Instead, Bry's going to keep going. He does take a 50. Going to go off post. Back down midfield. Anyone there? Luna does take a 50. KGM cuts that off left wall. Tries to get another one. He can't. Instead, it's a 50 there from Bri. Luna, last man. Does pass this out to Bri. Sets this back down for Luna. Luna not able to take the shot there. Saved by Daniel. Daniel back to midfield. Good 50 there on to Bri, but Bri gets around him. As Bri will pass this midfield. Jose does cut that off. Pass to Onset. Onset pops this up for Daniel. Daniel, does he have anything? He takes a 50 with Bri. And Luna's going to get a clear out. It's going to come straight down to Jose. Jose misses! And that's a goal for San Diego. Luna, good catch on the potential miss there from Jose. And waits patiently for that ball to come down to them. And this is 1-1. As this goes out midfield, Bri does take a 50 with Jose. Daniel tries to boom out midfield. Instead, Luna's going to cut that off. Onset. Booms this back to midfield. Daniel's there to send us out. KGM does get a touch. It's passed back to Onset. Onset tries to get a reset. He can't. Daniel actually flips this backwards. And Jose, good 50 there with KGM to keep this on their side. Onset, he gets a reset. Can't really follow this up very well. He gets another reset. Tries to set this down. KGM, he kind of missed here. Daniel not able to take the shot. Bri, he's going to try and pinch off sidewall. He does get around his defender. Back to midfield. Daniel! Not Daniel. Onset! With, I think, the own goal. Indeed it is. An own goal there from Onset. As we'll continue on. 2-1 now in favor of San Diego. Just a great pass midfield. Unfortunately, Onset accidentally is the one to score it. KGM looks to get around Onset. He can't. Instead, it goes out to Bri. Bri does get one touch. Try to get around Onset still. Onset with a good bump. And Jose's going to take over. Luna tries to cut this off. He does get a pass midfield to KGM. Is KGM able to get around one? He does. Stop post. Luna tries to shoot. He gets saved. Luna with a good bump there. Bri could try and pass midfield. And unfortunately not able to hit Luna as KGM. He's going to turn around. KJM looking midfield. Still has Onset there, and Onset's going to clear out. Luna with a good 50 back to midfield. And Onset's going to take over. Onset looking to just get around Bry here. Does get a good flick, but Luna's there to flick this out. Jose's got to make a tough save here, and he does. Pass to Onset. Sets back down. Onset with a good reset. Good 50 there onto Luna as well. Daniel gets around one. There's an open net opportunity here. Tries to pass this back down to Jose, and that gets saved. Onset with a good 50. Onset with another great 50. Onto the back wall of San Diego. Back to midfield. Luna. Let's go pop this out to left wall to KJM. KJM, does he have anything else to work with? Does get around Jose. Gets bumped in the process, and Onset's going to clear that out. Now Daniel, he's going to keep following this up. Kind of taps it 3 times in the corner, but nothing else to speak of. As Jose, he's trying to take a shot. Saved by KJM, but it's still open net. Luna's fast to get there to stop that from turning into a goal. Now Luna follows this down. Bry instead tries to take a shot. Saved by Jose. Bry with a good 50. KJM, he's going to take this up right wall. Instead, he gets bumped out of nowhere. Daniel, pass to Onset. Onset tries to shoot, and no good. And Luna is going to pop this over Jose, and that's an open net. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-1 now in favor of San Diego. Just an absolute unfortunate overcommit here from LA that absolutely might just squander their chances in this game, as it's now 3-1 in favor of San Diego. KJM tried to pass this midfield. Instead, Onset's going to cut it off. Takes a quick flick, but Luna's there for the save. Luna now with the savior medal. Daniel back to midfield. KJM, he's going to cut that off. Back to midfield. KJM tries to keep following this. He does get a pinch down. Onset can't follow this up. Instead, Luna's there to cut it off. And Bry's there to cut that one off as well. Bry tries to get another. Instead, he gets a demo. And KJM kind of waits this out a little bit. He does take a good 50. Back to midfield. Instead, Daniel's going to cut this off. Luna, he's there to cut it off. Luna tries to take control on the left wall. Can't quite do it. Instead, Luna going to send this to the right wall. KJM, kind of a weird jump there. Not able to follow it. 2v1 situation here. Bry, he's able to get the save. Daniel, does he have a shot? He doesn't. Instead, Jose's going to try. Sends this off the backboard. Anyone there to follow up? Onset is, but that gets saved by Luna. What a save. As it's back to midfield, Jose does get a good touch. Good 50 there from Jose. As Luna tries to send this out. Instead, Onset with a good 50 onto Luna. Onset back to midfield. Bry is able to send that out. Looks like it's on target, but Jose is able to save that. KJM sends this to his corner. Not able to get a double there. Instead, Luna's going to take this. KJM not able to get a touch either, but Luna just comes in out of nowhere and saves yet another shot. Luna's been the absolute MVP of this game too. 4 saves and 2 goals to boot. As we're now going to head on into game number 3 and a potential sweep on our hand. Potential sweep on our hands. As Daniel finally joined back. With a potential sweep looming, we'll see if Los Angeles can make the adjustments they need to maybe come back in this game, maybe reverse sweep. We'll have to see as we head now into game number 3 and potentially the last game of the series. As here we are, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. All the teams kind of looking like they're joining their teams. KJM got kicked out the video game. Type shit. That's like the best time. The best time for the third for San Diego to get kicked, huh? That's unfortunate. And it looks like KJM's actually back, so that's perfect timing. As we're ready to keep going here with game number 3. San Diego in a position to potentially clinch their division, depending on how New Orleans does, and if they can win here in this game. Good 50 there from Luna. Bry, out to the left wall. Onset, he's going to try and cut this off. Onset has another. He does it, actually. KJM, he's going to try and take over. Jose is going to get it over him. Luna takes a 50 there with Daniel. Daniel back to midfield. Bry's not even going to touch it. Onset will score it here Goal 1 goes to LA. As we continue on, ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 now here in game number 3. Are we going to see the tides turn here? Are we going to see a potential reverse sweep? We'll have to find out. And Kjum is gone, and in the event of a DC, I'm pretty sure we keep going. Well, that is a Hanjo question, as Luna saves that. Onset there to cut that off. Luna back to midfield. Jose's there, gets us around 1. Jose's going to keep going, tries to get another, he gets a 50. Daniel with a good touch, tries to get another, he can't. Onset, he tries to send this middle, but Bry cuts that off. Good demo there from Luna, and it looks like Kjum is back. Not sure what kind of issues he was dealing with, as Luna's going to cut that off. We'll continue play regardless. Bry back to midfield. Bry tries to take a shot, just barely gets it around Daniel, but Onset's there to clear that out. Onset looking to pass this midfield. Luna with the immediate challenge. And Kjum there to challenge as well from backboard. Luna tries to stop Jose, instead he backflips. Bry back to midfield. Bry's going to keep this going. Accidentally flips this into Daniel's car. And Kjum's there to cut that off. As Onset, he's going to try and dribble this. Luna with a good cutoff. Luna has another shot opportunity, but that's off target. And Jose's going to get the save regardless. He tries to pass midfield, but it gets cut off. Kjum passes back to midfield. Daniel's going to get one. It's over Luna. Luna tries to get one. They do. Kjum looking for a double tap here. Do they have it? Past midfield. Luna can't get the shot. And Jose actually flips back onto the sidewall as well as Bry. Moves out into the back wall. Is able to get this around Daniel. Luna trying to follow this up. Does get one touch. Back to midfield. And 2 defenders go for LA. But there is a save regardless. As Bry back to midfield. Daniel looking to get another touch. He does. Jose does get this around all defenders. But the defenders are able to get back just in time. Jose looking to make something happen. Past the Onset. That's off target. As Luna's going to follow this up. Good pinch. Back to midfield. Bry is able to get something out to midfield, but Jose's there for the save. Kjum not able to get a touch. Kind of throws San Diego off a little bit, but Bry is there to continue. Bry does get it around 1, but Daniel sends this out to backboard. Jose out to backboard. Onset kind of takes this off target a little bit. Good demo there from Jose. And unfortunate 50 there from Daniel, as Luna's going to keep going with this. Has a shot opportunity, but Onset with the save. Now Jose looking to make something happen. Instead, that gets 50 there by Bry. Luna with a chance to shoot, but not quite on target. Daniel kind of has the net to work with here, but Bry has a save. Luna, good 50 there, midfield. And a good demo from Daniel onto Bry. Forces Kjum to jump, and Kjum does get a good touch. Now Luna is going to pass this midfield. Jose cuts that off. Bry back down to midfield, looking for a double, but Daniel with the save. And Luna gets around 1 defender, but has no boost to continue this. Instead, Onset's going to take over. Flicks over Kjum. Onset with another opportunity here. Maybe to get over Bry. Gets a 50. He has full boost in the tank. Gets us around Bry. Looking to get this around Luna. He does. Back to midfield. Pass to Daniel. Daniel gets saved by Kjum. And a save there from Luna on Jose. Keeps the ball out of San Diego's net. And instead, it's going the other way. And that's in. San Diego will turn and overcommit here from LA into a goal, and we'll be all tied up here in game number 3. Good pinch there from Kjum, taking advantage of the overcommit. As we keep moving, with 1 minute left on the clock, we're at a tied game, and Jose gets us around whoever was on kickoff, but it does get saved. Bry looking to continue this, does get this around 2 defenders, but there's a save. Kjum looking for a double, past midfield, gets saved by Daniel. Kjum pops this up. Pass midfield to Luna. Luna trying to pass to Bry. Bry can't shoot. Onset. Looking to make something happen here. Midfield. Not able to get a reset. Kjum's able to cut that off. Kjum. Good pinch to try and keep it midfield. Bry's not able to get a touch. Onset. Pop midfield. Onset. Gets a good 50. Luna does get 1. Daniel. Gets us around, but not able to do much with it. Instead, Kjum's going to take over off his back wall. Kjum looking to get this around Onset. Just barely gets it under him. And Jose's able to take over. Jose accidentally passed this ball to Luna. Good 50 there with 0 boost, though. And Easy's going to have to leave. Daniel with a good cutoff. Bry past this midfield. Onset with a good beat. K-Jump still on. K-Jump tries to get this over Daniel. Instead actually gets a reset on the wall. Daniel past midfield. Does he have Onset? Onset tried to pass this midfield, but he can't. And we're going to keep moving in this overtime. And Onset gets us around 2 defenders. Just Luna. And Luna misses the save. LA will take us to game 4. Luna missed the save on the post. And Onset will take LA to game number 4. Great play there by Onset. An unfortunate play there from Luna. Not able to get the save there, despite having 3 saves already to their credit. As we'll head now into game number 4. So the sweep is gone, but depending on how bad New Orleans do tonight, if they do good and win, then it's probably unlikely that San Diego makes it, but if they lose, there's still a very likely chance they can make it, even with it being 2-1. We'll have to see where this series goes. As we're here now, game number 4. Just waiting on one player to join up, and they are all here. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 4. What a matchup so far. And Daniel does get around all defenders. Daniel with a shot. It's off post. K-Jump gets a save. And a good 50 onto Onset as well to keep that out. Onset trying to pass this midfield. Does get this around Bry. Luna does get a good touch. K-Jump has the opportunity to punish, but no boost and not able to get a good touch. Daniel's going to get a touch onto the wall. Jose with a good 50. Sets his back down. K-Jump with a good 50. Looking midfield. Onset. He's going to take over. Instead, Luna's going to get a good bump. And Bry's going to take over. Jose with a good 50. Bry looking to do something here. Gets it passed by Luna. Onset's going to cut it off. Onset with no boost. Does still manage to get it around K-Jump. Now with full boost. Gets it around him again. Just taking his time, really. Trying to pass this midfield. Luna's going to cut that off. Luna with a reset back to midfield. Gets demoed. And a good 50 there from K-Jump. As it passes midfield to Bry. Daniel is going to take a touch to corner. And Luna's going to cut that off. Jose sets this down. K-Jump back to midfield. Luna has an opportunity. If he can shoot over Onset, he can't. Bry with a good touch. He's going to bounce off sidewall. Or backboard. Does Bry have it in him? He does not. As Luna's going to cut this off. Does get bumped in the process, though. Luna with a good 50 there. But Daniel, he's able to get in the way of that. Good bump there. As K-Jump off the ceiling. Only 21 to work with. And Daniel reads it perfectly. Luna ends up getting read by Onset. Bry actually passes backwards. It's over K-Jump. It's going to the back wall. K-Jump with a decent pinch to keep this out. Onset's going to try and take over. Luna does get a touch. Jose pass back to Daniel. Daniel wasn't quite reading it, and we're going to take it all the way back to the corner. So that was almost catastrophic there for San Diego. But a good recovery there from K-Jump keeps them alive. As we keep moving, Onset with an unfortunate miss. Daniel trying to pass midfield. He can't. Instead, Onset, he's going to pop up. Looking for Jose. Jose's going to shoot. Saved by Luna. Onset. Looking for another opportunity. Gets a reset. Gets another reset, but gets cut off by K-Jump. Instead, Daniel's going to shoot. K-Jump with a save. K-Jump finally gets some boost in his tank, but Luna's not able to get a shot off. Instead, Bry is going to try and pass midfield. Onset cuts that off. Onset looking to take this back midfield. Good bump onto K-Jump. Not able to get the other one. As Luna does get a good double back to midfield. And Daniel's there to cut that off. Bry off to the corner. Onset there to cut that off. Onset with a good 50. Jose looking midfield. Does get this around one defender. Bry gonna take this up right wall. Daniel not able to reach it. Neither is Bry. And Luna's gonna try and take a shot. Bry's trying to get in the way of the defender, but he can't. Instead, Jose gonna try and flick over Bry. He can't. KGem with one touch. Going to keep going with this up the right wall. Gets a good flick off to the back wall. Does get a good pinch out to midfield to Luna, but two defenders up there for LA. Bry with a good pinch off the sidewall. Onset will cut that off. And KGem tries to get a shot, but he can't. Luna with a good pop midfield. Jose can't cut that off. Daniel will. Bry takes a shot, but that's off target. It's off the post, but KGem with a wide open net to shoot at. San Diego will take the lead here in the last minute 17 here, game number 4. Update, New Orleans swept 3-0. Okay, so this is simply just for whoever gets second at this point. Because, unfortunately, San Diego is out. As Bry. Gonna try and take a double here. He can't. Daniel with a good 50. Sets back down. Onset with a good touch. Luna. Can't really follow this up. Instead, it's gonna set back down. Luna. They're going to try and follow this up on the sidewall. Instead, Onset's going to get around him. Luna is there to take it off to the car. Onset trying to pass midfield. Bry's there. Jose trying to take a shot. Saved by Luna. Onset looking to make something happen here. Instead, two defenders jump and is able to get in the way of that. Luna gets around one defender. KGem is able to get a touch. He does, but Daniel's there for it. Past midfield, and Bry's able to cut that one off. Luna, with not really any boost in the tank, tries to get a touch, but they can't. Instead, Bry's gets a good 50 on the Jose. Daniel tried to pass midfield to Onset, but Onset's not there for it. As Luna is going to take one touch. Good 50 there to set this back down. Bry takes a shot, and that's in for San Diego. And ladies and gentlemen, that might be all she wrote. Good 50 there. And Bry with a perfect shot under to make this 2-0 in favor of San Diego. And San Diego might just be taking this game here, ladies and gentlemen, unless there's some sort of miracle that could happen here for LA. That looked like the opportunity, but that was cut off by Bry. And that might just do it, ladies and gentlemen. Onset, hold on! Hold everything! 3 seconds, Onset with the goal. And that puts them with chances of taking this game to overtime. They need a good kickoff. And they could take this into overtime. We'll have to see. As the kickoff does go in favor of LA, but there's not much they can do with this. Bry pops this around. Back to midfield. Jose is not able to read that. And San Diego will take a 3-1 victory here over LA. Congrats to both teams. Good games from both teams. Unfortunate San Diego was not able to secure a playoff berth. Or not able to secure their bracket. But I'd imagine there's going to be more to this bracket. We'll have to see. We're not done seeing San Diego yet. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where I call it a night. Pleasure casting for you all. Pleasure casting for MLCS again. I think it's only the second time I've done it. So, have a great night. And I will see you all soon. Peace out.